Christ got into heaven. Now, one day up in heaven, God, Jesus, and St. Peter, I was having a conversation. Jesus, God, Dad, it's just so boring in heaven. We never do anything good. I mean, he was telling me the last time we did anything remotely interesting was when you hid them dinosaur bones on Earth. That one upset the creationists. And he's like, but what to do? And she's like, we'll go on holiday. And God was like, I can't go on holiday because no one will look after heaven. And St. Peter, he was like,
you know what? I'll do it. He was going to ask me anyway, so I'll jump the gun and I'll look after him. You just take everybody and go. Right? Go on.
So off everybody went on holiday, apart from St. Peter. Oh, left behind. Come on. Now, it's been a week. It's been a very sort of busy week in heaven. And there St. Peter was at the gates.
Yeah, you can come in. Name. Yeah, you're on the list. Name.
Oh, David Cameron. And then, right to the gate, the tailor.
Name.
Daniel Robinson, said the tailor.
No, you're not on that list. Let me just check this list. No, not on this list, mate. Let me just check the computer. Computer says no.
The tailor was like, oh, please. I've had a terrible day. I'm dead.
So what happened?
And Taylor was like, well, all I can remember is seeing a bright light. And then I was in this queue. St. Peter, he was miffed. He was like, no, you do not see a bright light before you die. That's a complete lie. And Taylor was persistent. He was like, I did see a bright light. I did. St. Peter had enough. And he was like, no, you did not. And Taylor, yes, I did. I was hit by a bus.
Oh.
Well, I can't let you in. Please let me in, please. And Peter, he was a little bit miffed that he'd been left behind. He was like,
I'll let you in, but you're not to touch anything. You just sit down. I'll take you to God's personal room.
so let Taylor in, and they walked into heaven. And St. Peter was showing them the house. Like,
Here's Jesus' house. Here's my house, and this is the house of God.
and they entered. Now, as they entered, Taylor, he saw a lovely golden throne, nice red velvet backing. That looks good.
St. Peter was like, right, here's the deal. You sit on the bed, not the throne, don't touch the throne. Don't touch a thing, right?
Yeah, alright, I won't touch the thing.
And another thing, leave the mini fridge alone, he keeps it well stocked.
Alright, I won't touch a thing.
Right, I've got to go to garden again.
So off St. Peter went. Now, Taylor, he was sat on the bed. It'd been about 20 minutes. He was rather bored, you know, he's been sat in a room, so he thought, go check that chair out. So he sat down on it. He thought, oh, this is good, isn't it? And he thought, I can't just put my feet up, nothing like that. You know? And as he put his feet up, he saw this bright light, it just took over, and then he could see the whole world. And he was like, oh, this is good. What he didn't realise is he'd sat on God's Google Earth chair. And you've got to make sure you see what everyone's doing on Earth. So he's like, oh, this is quite good, I'll have a look. So he spun it and he looked at the Great Wall, it was magnificent. Looked at the brilliant pyramids. Thought, cool, that good. Couldn't find the Hanging Gardens of Babylon anywhere. Right? He checked and he checked. And he thought, I miss my wife. Oh, a caring man. And he thought, I'll just check in on my wife, because she might be upset because I've died. So he found his road, he found his house, and then he was looking about the house, couldn't find her in the kitchen, couldn't find her in the bathroom, couldn't find her in... I know, it's terrible. He couldn't even find them in the front room. So I thought, oh well, she must be in her bedroom raving about my death. So he looked into the bedroom, and to his disgust, there was his wife with the milkman. So he was furious, and he jumped up out of the chair and he picked up this stool and he threw it. And the stool, it went through the sewage and it hurled towards the milkman's head. Just missed the milkman. The milkman pops up. What was that? Why? Nothing. Come back. The tailor heard the door go. So the tailor ran on back to his bed and he sat down.
And you come St. Peter?
And God was like, oh, that was brilliant, best holiday ever.
And St. Peter was like, here he is.
And God was like, hang on a minute, something's not right in here. I don't know what it is, can't quite put my finger on it, but something's moved. And St. Peter was like, well yeah, there's a bloke sat on the bed. And he was like, no, not that, it's smaller. And I can't quite figure it out. So God sat and contemplated. He went to put his feet up, and as he went to put his feet up, his feet went straight through and hit the floor, and he jumped up and he went, I knew it! My footstool's gone missing! Well, Taylor, he sat up.
And St. Peter was like, well, don't look at me. Right? I didn't touch your feet.
And God was fuming. He was like, where's my footstool gone? Taylor was like, well, I sat on your throne, and as I sat on there, I saw the whole world. I thought I'd check on my wife. I thought she'd be upset and grieving that I'd died. But she wasn't. She was with the milkman. Thank you. I was like, but still, where's my footstool? Well, I picked it up and I threw it. And God, I'm hearing this, even more angry. You threw my footstool? I've had that since the start of time. Thrown it recklessly. And he was like, but she was with the milkman. She should have been grieving. I don't want to hear it. If I'd have thrown a chair and a footstool, every time I'd have caught you with another woman, there wouldn't have been a chair to sit down on anymore. Do you know what? God, just go to hell. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of the tailor and how he almost got into heaven.